that sound fine to everybody?
Yeah. 3, 2, 1.
Ready, set, go. It's crooked. We'll fix it later. Tucker DeCory?
Nailed it. What a good guesser. Yeah, Tucker DeCory.
Lucky guess. Didn't look it up. Didn't. You just give up DeCory vibes.
You're like, I thought your name was John walking in.
But, how are you?
I'm living somebody's dream.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Do you know whose?
I think his name might be Roger, but I'm not 100%.
Are you trying to find, or are you just going for the ride?
I'm just here for it.
Word.
Yeah, it's kind of like Disneyland.
What's Roger having you do to fulfill his destiny?
Making a lot of music and having a good time and having 4 kids. Whoa. And yeah.
4
Roger.
It's a real Roger life over here.
Good on him.
Mm-hmm. He's happy as hell though.
Okay, good.
That's
good.
Yeah.
What can you tell us about Roger?
5'8", recently divorced, from Chicago, doesn't own a toaster. Oh. Yeah. Or do you want to know about me?
He not
I don't know. Is
the toaster thing, is it like he doesn't like toasters, or he just like doesn't have one?
He doesn't talk about it.
Okay.
Like, I don't know why.
Sorry.
Yeah. No, you're good. It's not me. I'm just living it. So
no,
but you have a
like
toaster.
I have one.
So
2 slots.
he dreams of having a toaster. He just doesn't personally have
Somewhere
one.
deep in that
Yeah.
subconscious. Where did we go?
Yeah.
Where did you meet? How did this come about?
Woman in the woods.
Word.
Yeah, that makes
sure,
sense.
Sorry.
Tucker,
Yeah.
Musician, composer, producer, music, scorer. Yeah, how's that? How is it?
It's good. It's really fun. I just kind of make music in my room, and I lean on tables too much apparently. But yeah, I just make music in the corner of my bedroom, and I just released an album not too long ago called Oh Yeah No For Sure on Spotify. Sorry to shamelessly plug this.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
We were going to if you didn't.
That's my favorite one so far.
I was bummed that earlier you said that you compared yourself to Jack Johnson, because when I was listening to it earlier, I said it sounded like Jack Johnson coffee table music.
Yeah, that is, not the first nor the last time I'm going to hear that one. Like, it's pretty accurate. In
a good way. I like it. It's good.
Thank
it's
you.
relaxing.
I appreciate it. I try.
Yeah. What, okay. How did music start for you?
I was 9 and I got grounded. I have a really...
Punk rock.
Yeah, dude, for real.
What'd you do?
I think I didn't do homework or something.
Oh, yeah.
But it was
Anarchy.
like... Yeah, dude, for sure. Absolutely burning down villages, not turning in Mad Minutes. But no, I didn't do some homework or something, and I got grounded, and all I had in my room, and this will age me, was a laptop, like a little Lenovo old one, but like a laptop because I'm a child, and then a guitar. And I was like, okay, well, I have to go to my room. I have to be in my room for a couple of weeks, and I can't come out and have fun. Well, then I'm going to learn how to play guitar, and I'm going to make the best of it. Ha ha. And then
Not doing homework.
Yeah. Still not doing homework. Exactly. And yeah, I just started watching Jack Johnson live videos and copying everything that he did. Now here we are.
You just monkey see monkey did Jack Johnson?
Pretty much.
So,
entirely. No.
I think we've talked about this
That's
before.
the best way to learn music, I feel like.
Honestly, it's good. It works.
We've brought this up briefly, I believe, before, but I have an interesting correlation with Jack Johnson.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a very specific kind of drunk. It's not like too drunk. It's just like a certain kind.
Mm-hmm.
A certain mood I get into where it's very irrational. I don't understand it, but I can't control how I feel, where I just hate Jack Johnson. Just cannot stand anything Jack Johnson. And I like Jack Johnson.
Fair.
Like right now, I like Jack Johnson.
And we push you past that one
But
drink.
it's like, it's like 3 beers and like 2 breadsticks or something.
Fuck banana pancakes right now, dude.
Bullshit.
Nobody actually makes that.
In between dreams, what does that even mean? Oh man!
Just when you're awake.
Wait till he hears a Wonderland song.
If I ever had a dream of like him featuring on a song that I do, it's done right here. It's just like no.
Love that. I love Jack Johnson.
Isn't he the best?
He's the best.
He's just, and I feel like it's such a Boise kind of vibe, at least for the good people from Boise, if that makes sense. It's like, if you don't like Jack Johnson, that's like my gauge of like, are we good? And like you, it sounds like we're going to be temporary.
I feel like it'd be like a sibling rivalry. Or it's like a hate respect thing.
Yeah. Like, I got your back, but also like, don't text me.
I don't like it, but I respect what you do.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Real, recognize real.
For sure.
So your first instrument was the guitar.
Mm-hmm. Accurate.
What other instruments can you play?
Bass guitar, cajon, if you count that. It's basically just a cardboard box. And then now, accurate. Yep. Do you also play cajon?
Just did.
Table cajon.
Been at it for a few.
Accurate. Perfect. And then as well, now I'm blanking on literally everything that I do. But at this point, everything's pretty much just done on like my little 2-octave piano that I make everything on, and then it's got my drum pads. So I play
like boom, 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 boom.
Exactly. Yeah. Like it does not change from that. 100. Watch any Instagram video or TikTok I've done. That exactly. Yep. MIDI pad's not even plugged in. I'm just poking. I just like the colors. Like and so yeah. But mainly guitar, bass, and then just I count producing as an instrument. Mm-hmm. Like I produce in Logic a lot, and so that's its whole instrument in and of itself, but everything's just done on a piano. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Like hardcore.
Yeah.
Punk rock.
Fuck homework.
Fuck homework. Exactly.
Yeah. When did you first perform for someone?
9.5.
Okay.
Yeah. The second that I was able to play guitar anytime we had family over, I was yanked out of my room from my little introvert hideaway, and then I was yanked downstairs, and I had to sing for everybody, and my face being red as a cherry because I was really, really embarrassed. Dad, I'm not mad at you. Only kind of. But anyway, sorry that got personal. And yeah, so I had to. It was 9.5 that I was performing in my living room, and then actually performing like on stage was 14-ish. Yeah, I was still in high school, and I played at the High Note Cafe right next to Guido's, and I got Guido's afterward. Because that shit is bomb.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I love Guido's. It's probably my favorite pizza place in town.
100%. I always forget it exists, and then I look on DoorDash, and it's there. And I was like, you were right in front of me all along. It's like a Hallmark movie, but with Guido's. But yeah, so 14 at the High Note, and then I played it again, and it was like a really special anniversary show, and then it went awful. I didn't prepare at all, and then yeah, I totally bombed. It was fine. 2 hours of just me trying, unadulterated trying. Yeah.
Do you have any songs that you've made that like you honestly don't really like, just kind of a throwaway song that you made, but everyone else really likes it, so you have to do it a lot, or it got really popular or something?
Yeah. It's
that was a quick yeah.
Because I've had this conversation probably 4 times in the last like month. Because
Stop calling me out for being unoriginal.
It's purely just because I hate this song, and I've brought it up, and I've been like, I have to tell you how much I hate this song. But it's called Sincerely No One. It's on my new album. It's an acoustic song, and I wrote it. It like has deep meaning, but it was also just like a meh. And then everybody likes it, but it starts really, really difficult, and I always screw it up every single time. So I'm like, don't. All right, I gotta. And then I do it, and I hate it even more after that. But yeah, a lot of people like that one, and I don't get it.
Sincerely, no one.
Sincerely, no one. Sorry, that whisper was weird. My bad.
Sincerely, me.
Be honest, and I'm not going to be mad. I'm going to interview you guys real quick. Have you listened to any of my music?
I listened to a bunch of your songs today.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I feel like you said that just a minute ago. You're right, because the Jack Johnson thing. My bad.
It's okay. The tightrope one.
Mm-hmm.
That one was really good. I really like the one that you did with you did like a version of it with someone else.
Yeah, that guy's name is Chili. He's really cool.
You do a lot of collabs, I notice.
Yeah.
That's rad.
Yeah. Zero, and the Zero is super dope. He opens for like Tech Nine when he comes into town and stuff. He's a pretty rad guy. I think you guys, do you know him?
I feel like I've heard of him.
Yeah, he's like kind of in that Darian Renee crowd, you know, of kind of like the upper music people here in the Boise area. And then yeah, Chili is a independent musician producer guy, and he makes really, really rad beats. We actually have a collab song coming out in I think like 5 days.
Yeah.
Called Sunset Kids, which is really fun. Sorry, again, shameless plug. But
It came out a month and a half ago.
a month and a half ago. But yeah, no, Chili's really dope. And that was one too where like I made both versions and then I released both versions, and I tried to not have an expectation because I had a feeling people were going to like his version more. So I was preparing my feelings to get hurt. I'm like, why don't you guys like just me? And then, yeah, since it got released, everybody's like, we love that Chili guy. Oh, he's really good. And I'm like, yeah, go find his Instagram. He's awesome. Like, yeah.
How does like collaborating with someone on a song work? Like, do you have an idea and you just tell them kind of do your thing to it, what you think would add your little spice to it? Or
Yeah, kind of. I mean,
I'm sure there's not like a rule.
no, I mean, yeah, I only know how I've done it. But like, for example, Zero, who was on the song Don't Mind the Rain, and then Chili. Zero, I think we've been in the same room together 3 times, never recording music, just hanging out and being friends. And then Chili, I'm going to say 4 times, and it's only been once we did Tightrope in the same room together. But as far as like collabing, yeah, it's pretty much, hey, I made this, you know, and I say to Chili, he's really good at drums, I'm really good at guitars and bass and stuff. So then we just kind of mesh that together. He does it on his computer, sends it back to mine, and it's just a lot of back and forth and texting. It's all texting, which is great because I hate talking to people. No offense. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be here.
Man.
I'm happy to be here.
Say less.
Say
It's okay. It's okay.
Stops video, throws microphone,
It's
rips
okay.
out headphones. No, yeah, just when I'm
DeCory.
yeah, pretty much.
I'm like the opposite. I hate texting.
Really?
Love talking.
Okay,
Much
fair.
rather would talk to someone over the phone than text with them.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Pen pal.
Pen.
Yeah, I'll write a letter. I'll write a letter for sure.
Some longhand shit.
Yeah, some just big loopy cursive letters on a parchment with feather dipped ink.
What makes you happy?
This right now, genuinely, I'm having so much fun. This is so fun.
This is fun.
Not to get meta and out of the moment for a second, but yeah. No, sincerely just making music and doing stuff that involves music and being able to have opportunities to do something because of said music, if that makes sense. Because I don't feel like you guys would have invited me if I was just some 25-year-old dipshit that lived here. So
You should see some of our guests.
Yeah, I mean, no, we try to. I think
Figure out who they are.
we try to keep most of the guests in the entertainment space.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's fair.
As of recent, at least. But no, I think it's cool that you're like probably someone who's been like the most excited. It seemed like to come on.
Yeah, dude, I was
And,
stoked.
like,
I love
yeah,
this.
So that's fun. So like, have you been watching the show and stuff?
Yeah, when I first reached out to you guys just to like say I liked your stuff, I had listened to you probably like 3 or 4 weeks prior to that, had first listened and then kind of discovered it. And then I saw Darian was on, and Darian and I go way back a couple years. So we've known each other for a while. And then I was like, oh, well, that's fucking awesome. And so that's where I was like, I love what you guys are doing. Like, this is a really cool thing. Like, I didn't realize we had like an actual podcast here in Boise that like did something other than, you know, no offense.
Yeah, wow,
No,
thank
thanks.
you. Holy shit.
No offense to
I
the
didn't
other
know we
people.
did anything either.
Oh, dude, we're doing stuff.
I guess that was, we're done. That's all we needed. We got it.
And I'm horny.
I mean, more just like was my taste of shit.
I get it.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see the
that's
visual
fun.
pun coming. That was good.
I wasn't going to say anything until later, but that was a good spot to say that. So, I
Absolutely.
did.
You're just. I think with you, whenever you're wearing something weird, I'm just numb to it at this point. And I just. Well, yeah, I was wearing a hat with horns on it. I guess I noticed it earlier, but now it's. You know, cat's out of the bag.
It's pretty sweet.
I'm now aware you have horns on your head.
I thought it was dope when I walked in. Because when I walked in the front door, I was
Yeah.
like, his hat has horns on it. Fucking respect the drip,
say
dude.
anything about it, dude. I'm just going to go out like this. Go hit the town, dude.
Do it with confidence.
Walk up to women being like, hey, I'm horny.
Probably don't,
And
actually.
they're like, ew. And then they're like, oh.
You'd hear real
Sam
quick,
said
hey,
they
I'm
are
a felony.
not looking up.
You're right. They're looking
Yeah.
at my massive.
They're gonna, anyways, so
Heart.
Like that. And clip it.
we do something you like podcast. I don't know what.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank you
just
for
like
reaching out.
relatable. Yeah,
Yeah.
like you guys are the kind of dudes that I would listen to, and I listen to a lot of podcasts, and I don't know. I'm just not one for the. And then you know, it's like stop talking at the same tone. Stop doing all of that. I don't need a story. I just want to see two people talk. And so so I was like, oh, this is local. This is cool. And yeah, so I wanted to reach out, and then you guys asked me to be on, and I was like, all right, well, okay, cool, let's do it.
Fuck yeah,
you
dude.
know.
Thank
Fuck
you
yeah.
for reaching out.
Of course.
the opportunity to get our Spotify demographic.
Yeah, I'm here for you.
This is our whole demographic.
This bearded, tattooed dudes from Boise.
That's most people I know.
It's the amount of stand-up comedy shows that I've been to, which is like 3, but each time I've been called out for being like the epitome of what Boise looks like, because usually I'm wearing a flannel too. They're like, that's all I've seen since I've driven in here is hats, beards, and flannels. That's about it.
Yeah, it's definitely got that Portland-esque kind of vibe to it. With I
The
think
amount of jokes I've made at you, which has been like 3. You've like called me out each fucking time.
No,
Again.
I'm sorry. Do I just need to not talk anymore?
No, it's all good. I'm
Okay.
being a dick.
No, I know. I'm just fucking with you. We are all good.
I'm revolting some nervous anarchy. I don't do my homework.
Fuck homework, dude. Absolutely. I like your guys' decor, by the way, outside of
Thank
what
you.
the camera
Thank
can
you.
see.
What do we got?
this half of the room is Max's stuff, and that half of the room is my stuff, and
Deal. Did you guys just recently get a divorce?
Yeah, that's what we got to keep. A used Target, used coffee bag.
I got a sign that says, "I don't give a fuck or shit," and then another one that says, "Fuck Christ Church," which is not just general Christianity; it's like a specific group of people.
There's one you don't like.
Yeah, and it's in Moscow.
Fair. All right.
So you from Boise originally?
Jazz music stops. No, I'm. You have sound bites. I love that so much. That's perfect. I'm from Cuna originally. And yeah, that's kind of where I grew up most of my days. And then when I turned 18, I lived in Boise from then on.
Cuna
So, yeah.
caveman.
Dude. No. Again, I didn't do my homework. I don't want to think about that place, man. It's so bad. No, it was fine. I grew up in a small town, and I don't look like it, and I'm okay with that because I don't. Yeah, no.
Try that in a small town.
No,
Try that in a small town.
I did, and now I live in Boise.
Yeah, a little bit bigger town.
Yeah.
Now try it. What are we trying?
I don't know. Ketamine.
Oh. We could do both.
That would be sick. Try that in a small town.
Might be a little easier to do in a small town. Some things you should try in a small town. Wakeboarding on ketamine. Small town activity.
Oh my gosh.
Dude. Oh, man.
I haven't heard the song.
I haven't either. But I think it's more fun to just make up random verses. Like, like,
try that in a small town.
fuck. Oh, I can't think of one. Fucking. You ever want to kiss your fucking friend on the mouth? Try that in a small town. You ever want to tuck your homies goodnight and read them a bedtime story? Try that in a small town. Or you ever want to, like, catch a fish and then, like, give it to your mother and have her freeze it and then, like, give it back to you so that you can put it up in your asshole? Try that in a small town.
That was a small town activity, every single one of them. Exactly. Yeah, I'm going to give it to you. Absolutely.
It was fucking dumb.
Yeah, it was.
You can try that in a small town.
I did like wakeboarding on ketamine.
Yeah, that was the best one.
That's a peak Jason Aldean writing right there.
So I think he says it in the song.
I'm pretty sure. I haven't heard it.
So you're the most musically inclined. How do you think it goes? Can you piece together a song based off of hearing the title and
try that in a small town?
Headlines about it?
I don't think I can.
Upbeat,
that's
right?
postable. Yeah, with my Jack Johnson influences, I could probably. Terrible things to try in a small town.
Oh yeah, that's probably a lyric.
Probably. Yeah, right there at the end of the song.
Terrible things in a small town.
Oh. I don't know. No, country music's not for me. So I don't know if I could write that, if I'm going to be honest. I couldn't get into the mind space. I've been too far away from Kuna, Idaho for too long.
You're from Kuna and you don't like country?
Yeah, now I live in Boise.
Fair.
What's a day in the life?
Day in the life. I work for a big drive delivery for them in a van, and I do that for 10 hours a day, 4 days a week.
Nice.
And then I have 4 kids and a fiance, and that's pretty much the rest of it.
That sounds like it takes time.
It takes a lot. Most of the music is made in the middle of the night while my fiance's asleep and I'm watching King of the Hill out of the corner of my eye. Oh. Rest in peace to Dale's voice actor. Big ups. But yeah. So yeah, I am working a lot as far as like day in the life. As far as a show goes, I rarely ever prepare because I for some reason like to think that if I just do it how it comes from my heart, it's gonna be great. And it's
I feel that.
Yeah. And then it's screeching halt, at least for me. I mean, if it's for you, absolutely.
Yeah, it's no.
Yeah, just again, pure unadulterated doing my best is all that you see. And so a day in a show, I prepare once, go through my set real quick, go to the show, play my set, hang out for as long as I can, and then remember, I got 4 kids, and run home and put them to bed. I don't leave him there alone, just to clarify. I'm not like, okay, I got to play this. I got a bunch of toddlers back in my house and the oven's on, so I need to hurry. But yeah, no. And then, yeah, my whole day as far as producing stuff, I usually try to take a day out of the week and work on podcast intros and stuff like that, which, by the way, I make podcast intros.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Huh? Not now. I had to bring it up at least once. And yeah, and so outside of that, I make podcast intros for people and then produce my own music in a day and make TikToks and Instagram reels and stuff. And that's, yeah, just a lot of setup and takedown and editing, and it's exhausting and eye straining. Yeah. But for some reason, I love it. Yeah. I'm talking so negatively about music right now.
I mean...
The second I sit down, I'm like, I'm a pessimist.
But you're still doing it.
Exactly.
Even though it's doing that to you.
It's when you're in that grind mode, I think.
Yeah, that's fair. Like, do you guys ever get that point where you've been doing stand-up and you just absolutely despise it, but you absolutely love it at the same time? And you're like, why am I doing this? Okay, I'm going to go do it.
Yeah, I had to take like 2 weeks off recently just because I was like in the wrong headspace about it and like wasn't really like writing anything new. Mm-hmm. Or like feeling like I was like breaking out of my comfort zone, and so took a little break, and then like my last couple sets back have been some of my best sets. So I think
hell yeah,
taking a break was probably the right thing, I think, for a little bit. But yeah, I it's hard not to get burnt out on stuff, like especially when you feel like when it's like something like stand up, and like I don't know if music is like this too, but it's like so like the growth is like so like negligible, like it's almost like you can't like see it until like you're like so far into it, you know, and so like so slow rolling at times. Mm-hmm. And you can feel like you've hit like brick walls a lot, you know, if you have bad sets, or like just have like writer's block for a couple weeks or something. And so, but it is being on stage and like actually like performing, it's like, oh, all that fucking stress of the writing like just immediately goes away, you know. And it's like I just love being in front of people and like hearing the people laugh and like interacting with the people, you know, like that's the goods. Getting attention.
Exactly. That's what we do it for.
Else? Love that validation.
I'm not here for anything other than compliments. Thank you. Yeah. No, and that's exactly how it is as a musician too. Like, yeah, you get in that constant grind, and then you just get tired of it and get over it, and you're just done and don't want to do it anymore. But then you realize like all of those hours for just that 30-minute set you get, like the second you're in it, you're like, oh, it's all gone. Like all of that work, all of that anxiety, all of that stress, I'm just getting to do the thing. And then you just go into autopilot and exist for a minute. That's like, yeah, that's that shit for sure.
It's the best.
We're zoned in.
We're locked in. Yeah. And I always try to like, sorry, not to get deep for a second. I know we're funny. Deep. Okay.
Go deep.
I'm going to do it. Done. No, as far as like the progress seeing, you know, being negligible and stuff, like I always try to compare myself to like where I was at 16, because like at 16 I was in my bedroom playing an acoustic guitar, fingers crossed I was going to come up with some 2 verses and a chorus that I could call a song. And then I look at now and it's like I have a home studio in the corner of my bedroom. Like I produce podcasts for people, and I, you know, am doing all of this work, and I'm getting asked to be on podcasts, or I'm getting any sort of notoriety whatsoever compared to that 16-year-old that wasn't doing his homework. And so I always try to like jump back into that and get real meta for a second and be like, nah, you're exactly where you need to be. Like, look at all of this progress. It's felt like it's nothing, but yet blink of an eye, you're 16 to now where you are. Holy shit, you know, and you get that moment. Yeah, it's pretty rad. Anyway, buttholes.
Love that.
So.
And
wake up and you're 25 and your high school sweetheart becomes your wife. Don't blink. Just like that, you're 6 years old and you take a nap and Whatever.
I was like, do I harmonize or do I just let him finish it out?
Do you want it?
Max loves a good harmonize.
Absolutely, to a Kenny Chesney song for sure.
Don't.
Oh my goodness.
What else do you love? What else makes you happy besides music and like bullshitting with boys and any?
No one's on the planet. Everything's open though.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Like, how are you? What are you doing? How are you playing with yourself?
That's a big question. I've like seldom been out
Your
of
kids
Boise.
and stuff are fine, by the way. It's just this is a hypothetical. Like it's a for the day thing.
Thank you for clarifying.
It's not like everyone died
Yeah, no,
except
it's
for
just
the
like-
people at Dave and Buster's or wherever you choose to go. Sorry.
You're good.
Proceed.
I mean, I'm gonna be
Well, they're
this
dead
guy.
if that's what you want for the day. I don't know.
Like, it's your fucking fantasy, dude. I'm just like, I'm just building this world for you. So I got a day free of everything. I'm gonna say Disneyland because I'm a Disney adult, which I know is disgusting. I'm aware, but like I got Gus on my wrist. I got Winnie the Pooh. Like got Rafiki.
Is that a frowned upon thing?
I feel like I see it on TikTok, which I'm a TikTok person, that Disney adults are gross. And I get made fun of a lot for liking Disney, but I'm like, I don't give a shit.
I think there's a certain level of
That's
Disney
true.
adult, and you know what I mean, where it's like, and it's usually, I feel like women are like the creepy kind of Disney adults, honestly, where like they've got all like and it's usually an older woman who's like got no kids. Like if you're a
Yeah,
Disney
that's
adult
true.
with kids, then
Okay.
I think it's okay. But like if you're a Disney adult and you don't have children, and like
It's
everything
weird.
in your house is Disney themed, and you got like ceramic like Disney fucking figurines and like little
Yeah.
porcelain fucking Disney shit everywhere, like that's creepy.
Like, you got taxes to pay. What are you doing? Like, slow down.
But also, you know, like I love me some good collectibles. So-
Absolutely. Absolutely. I am a whore for an antique shop,
Yeah,
dude, for sure.
I like.
Get a trinket.
Get a trinket. Fuck around. Find out. Get a trinket. Get a knick-knack.
Who gives a fuck, you know?
The other thing is, I don't have any room to like talk shit on Disney adults because I'm like a Pokemon freak
All right,
adult.
fair.
So like, and like Legos and stuff. So I like really got to just kind of teach their own.
Cool them jets. We all got our thing.
Yeah.
Like, it's fine. Some of us like anime. It's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I would say Disneyland. Absolutely. Just spend a day in Star Wars land because fuck everything else. Star Wars is dope.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Star Wars is dope.
I hate that people can't accept it would just be fun to get together with a bunch of guys and fucking have a lightsaber battle.
That is fun.
Who's saying that's not fun?
I feel like that's not acceptable at all. Yeah, I'm fighting fights with nobody at all, but like I feel like that's just a societal thing.
Are people looking down upon people who want to have a fantasy duel?
I'm gonna argue.
At
that-
least on
I'm
my
gonna
side of the
argue-
internet.
I'm gonna,
All right, hit
I'm
it.
gonna argue that your side of the internet either sucks or is not truly representative of like how the actual. I think a lot more people would be down to just do like a massive lightsaber battle than you
Yeah,
think.
you're right.
I see people LARPing in
Okay.
the park all the time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I know I would be down.
I feel like it's because
Anytime. Like if you're bringing the lightsabers, I'll show up.
Dude, absolutely.
But I
2
think
a.m. Let's do it.
I think aren't like the kind of nice, authentic lightsabers that they make for people to have kind of expensive. The
Yeah,
ones
they're
that aren't like
really
the Toys R
expensive.
Us ones, but like
Are they like $1,000 or something? I feel like
yeah.
'Cause you-
Isn't it like a normal lightsaber in the movie, like where you have to go out and make your own?
Yeah, you gotta go
Yeah,
find
that's
your
true.
fucking crystal, dude.
Yeah, you don't have to go for a hike anymore, so that's good. You can just get it on eBay.
Secondhand lightsaber.
That would be like the real life Star Wars like side canon where it's like accurate to here, and then it's like you can tell which kids' parents have which jobs, within the society based on their lightsabers. Kind of like I had to do, where I had a secondhand flute in high school, not in high school, elementary school, a recorder.
Nice.
But it's okay. We all grow up differently.
The hot cross buns, dude.
Yeah.
Do your homework.
Star Wars public school.
So you're a big Star Wars guy.
Yeah, I think I outs myself there for sure.
Yeah.
I have a Star Wars question.
Okay, hit me.
In the Phantom Menace,
Okay.
during when they're on the Tatooine, where Anakin's from,
Mm-hmm.
Qui-Gon is with Anakin's mom a lot. And he really makes no effort to like kind of take her along with Anakin. He's just like, oh, we can't. All right. Did Qui-Gon fuck Anakin's mom and it like didn't go well, and he was like trying to? Because like he's very close with her at first, and then maybe like he got up in there, and then it sucked or something, and she like I don't know, made fun of him or
herpes.
something. Yeah, it was like awkward, and so
You got star herpes and
Jedi cannot be attached or whatever.
She's like making him breakfast, and he's like, "Oh."
Like, what are we doing today?
he's like, I thought the sand people were gonna be here by now.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna kidnap your son. Actually, I would say probably, dude. Guys with ponytails, fuck. Like,
Great point.
and he had one
Great point.
down to the crack.
Yeah,
so like
he
he's
looked
living
good.
it. Yeah, dude was fit.
I'm sorry, every Jedi, dude. They all look.
Wouldn't have to use the Force on me.
Ain't no Jedi mind tricks. I'm hopping in. Yeah, no, and then I mean, if that is the truth, I can only hope it's the truth, especially how that movie ends.
Is that a pun? Wait, it's a New Hope. Never mind. Sorry, everybody. Sorry. That's my bad.
That's my bad. I mean, he gets cut in half, so I can only hope. I know. I didn't mean to. I wasn't going for it. I just realized afterward I fucked it up, even if I didn't mean to. Anyways. Sorry, I make things weird a lot, clearly.
No, you're good.
And I call it out.
I just licked my mic on accident. What else you got going on, dude?
When is this getting released?
Probably like a month.
Yeah,
In a month?
on how many more guests we have in the next week, and I don't know,
Yeah, month-ish.
a month.
Okay. I'm just trying to think a month in the future what I got going on. I don't know if I really have a whole lot going on musically. I've got this weekend, I mean, I'll just talk about it. Simple Fest, Simple Records puts on a festival every year. This is the second year that they're doing it. So they've put on a festival every year for the last 2 years. And so I'm playing that. That's going to be pretty fun. I've got a show September 7th in a backyard through So Far Sounds in Boise. And that's going to be a pretty rad night. I'll be posting about that on my Instagram at TuckMusic1.
Where can you find Instagram?
It's on the internet.
Okay.
Yeah, World Wide Web. And
World Wide Web. That's what WWW stands for.
I've been typing out DOUBLE like 3 times in a row. It's very time consuming.
World Wide Web dot.
DOT. Oh my gosh. And then and other than that, I'm just kind of around existing, living my life. And I mean, if you find me on Instagram, all my links are there for my Fiverr to make a podcast intro or Sorry. And
Sell them.
and then
Which was perfect.
and then all the links to like Simple Records websites and links to my Spotify and all my albums and stuff are on there. Yeah.
How many albums have you released?
I've done this recent one is a quote unquote album. It's 8 tracks. I don't know what classifies the difference, but I was told it's not an album, but I'm calling it an album. I've had that one, and then I have done one more before that. That was all acoustic, but it was an EP, whatever the fuck that means.
What is an EP?
Yep.
Electric playlist?
I think so. I would need
I just
to
made
Google
that up,
it. I
so.
mean, you had me convinced. I have one, and I'm like, yep, you're right.
It's like a CD, but
but an EP.
Yeah.
And then there's an LP. And then there's KFC.
We're gravy, baby. Marry, fuck, kill. Which would you rather do?
That's a lot of pressure with no answers. Marry my fiance.
No, that's not.
That's
which
it.
Of those 3 activities would you prefer doing?
Would I? This is a mind fuck.
Marry, fuck, or kill?
Marry. I'm gonna go marry. Because I'm getting married on September 3rd
wow.
Where?
at my dad's house in his backyard.
Address, please.
No,
that's
will there be an
awesome.
open bar?
No.
Well, then I won't be there, and I wish you congratulations.
Thanks, new homie. I appreciate you.
How did the proposal go? Did you do something fancy, fun, silly, good, fun time?
We went down to Lagoon, and I proposed in our hotel room before we left.
Nice.
Yeah.
Like
so
checked
nothing-
out or?
No, before we went to Lagoon the first day. Yeah, I have massive anxiety, so I'm like, I don't want that much attention on me in public. I don't need people stopping and looking at me. I don't need any of it.
You ever seen someone propose in a restaurant? It's
Oh,
so awkward.
I get no.
Can you imagine someone saying no to you in public? Like,
You just keep eating.
like, all right,
The
well,
food just got here.
you can leave. I'm gonna eat your food.
I'm paying. Like, don't.
Yeah, I get so much secondhand embarrassment watching that stuff, and everybody's like so happy for him. I'm like, yuck. Like, no, like I'm happy, but I'm like, no.
Ugh, how could you do this?
You know, they make houses for a reason. Do this at home. Thank you.
Babe, can I see you in the foyer for a second? You've made me so happy.
Just look at the inside of our home that we've been living in for 5 years. And
I know it's a
nothing else.
rental.
But with the eviction notice looming, I just wanted to ask one question. Shit, dude.
I wanted
Yeah.
this to be special. That's why I called you into the foyer.
Into the foyer.
And that's why I'm calling it that right now.
It's no longer a mudroom.
Is that what
mud-
that is? Is a mudroom a foyer? I hope
Sort
so,
of.
because
It's like a
I
just
just
front
got
room.
one.
A foyer.
Okay.
Just
We-
got a foyer.
When I was in the fraternity, when
Oh, okay.
you went into the house, there was like a bench next to the door, and then like tile, and then it was like a smallish type room, and it had like hallways going out of it in the back, and then it like had another room like off of it, and so we called that the foyer.
Oh, okay.
And so it's
Fair.
like an entrance way that's like central, I think, to like a large house in my mind, where like it's just like the small room that is there when you enter.
Okay. I was just excited because I have a mudroom in my house now, finally, after like years of hoping for one. And so if I can call it a foyer and just be a dick, like my
can.
just like, where are my Birkenstocks? Are they in the foyer? Like, oh, I'm gonna live that up.
You
Yeah,
can
you
invite people to chat in the foyer.
Hey,
Make it
when
seem
your
all
kids get in
serious.
trouble.
Yeah, for real.
Hey, bud, why don't you and me have a chat in the foyer?
Yeah, why, sit next to me on the cubbies here.
You should just make it seem like it's gonna be something important. Just be like, fun, right?
You should go take the meat out
It's
of
a
the
good
freezer.
foyer. Did you thaw the chicken?
Hell yeah, you did. Just checking.
Just checking. Good foyer, isn't it?
Yeah, Dad. You guys did this yesterday.
I really like what Corey Barton Holmes put in here and every other house on our block.
Do I have to say it, Dad? Yes. I love the decor and...
Oh, shit.
Say it like you're excited.
I love the decorum.
Decorium.
Shit.
Do you do shit like that? How's the kids? How's the family?
Living it.
Are they going
up.
back to school soon?
Yeah, actually, we've got a kindergartner who's starting his first year of kindergarten, and then 2 preschoolers,
Oh.
and then
Hopefully
a little
the
baby
only
baby.
year.
Yeah, right. Fingers crossed. Yeah, no, absolutely. But yeah, so I'm stressed out about that, and also like I'm only 25. But like I'm already at this point. Am I 25 or I'm 25? I thought I was 26 for a second.
You're
Sorry.
25? I'm
Yeah.
25.
Hell yeah, dude. Give me some. You were in a fraternity and everything. I wasn't.
Yeah,
Congrats.
you have kids.
Yeah. 2 ends of the spectrum. It's gonna be my new song.
Different strokes for the world.
But yeah, no, I just have like 30 emotional years and back pain in my lower back now. So it's just, I'm just living in it. You know
No,
what
that'll
I
be kind
mean?
of cool though, because when your kids are like out of school, you'll still be like young enough to like do fun shit.
Yeah, exactly. I'll still be 40. I won't be named Roger anymore, hopefully. And then, yeah, I'll just be able to fucking...
Is Roger liking this?
I think so. I don't know. He hasn't been talking to me lately. I kind of pissed him off recently.
Oh.
Because I got the toaster. So, yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn toaster.
Roger sounds like kind of snooty.
I mean, he can be, you know.
I guess you need those people in your life.
For real. Yeah, because I'm not that way at all. I'm at all. So I needed a Roger to have my back. So yeah, he's my
Seems
little
like
guy.
he doesn't. You say your lumbars are fucked. You got 30 years of scoliosis or something.
I need a new fucking Roger, dude. Shit. Yeah. No, you're right. You're right.
So, what's your home address and social security number?
Yeah. Yeah. How long have you guys been doing the podcast for?
Probably like uploading stuff consistently, like a year and a half, 2
Fuck yeah.
years. Yeah, and I guess it's been like a thing, like an idea for like 2 or 3.
All right. I dig. Is this what you guys always wanted to do?
It's a thing we wanted to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, when Max came up to me about it, I was like, he was already doing like a solo one.
Gotcha.
And I had like been wanting to do one. And this was like, when we had first talked about it was like probably 2019. And like when I was still in college. And we like recorded an episode of like his podcast. And then when I graduated and moved to Boise, it was like, okay, let's start it. And that was like kind of right when like podcasts really started like fucking exploding. I feel like was like that 2019, 2020 era. And like, but it's just fun. Like, it's just a good way to like bullshit and like be silly and like have a creative outlet kind of, you know?
Could work out bits as stand-up comedians.
It's just nice to have something that you're in all the control of.
Yeah.
I mean, like, because I do a lot of film and stuff with just other companies where I can be creative, but I don't get a lot of the footage that I do in film and stuff. And like with this, we have everything. We can use anything we make for whatever we want.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's nice. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's a different thing to still flex that creative muscle.
Yeah, absolutely. I dig that.
Yeah. What about you? You like draw or something?
Literally,
calligraphy.
I I wish, but no. I mean, genuinely, from the age of 9, it was music. I did not. I wish
a year where I pole vaulted a lot.
Yeah.
music.
Pretty much.
It was really good. It was crazy.
And yeah, it was just all. I wish I had dedicated time to pole vaulting or literally anything
Don't we
else.
all, dude.
Yeah,
for real.
We all wish we pole vaulted.
Those guys are badass, man.
Pole vaulting is so dope.
Because imagine, like, it would make me feel so much like I was in Lord of the Rings.
Oh.
And that's all I could think about any competition. I'd be like, I'm about to go over this wall and take this castle right now. And then, yeah, come out of there with an even 10. I think that's how they score it. I don't know.
The dream.
The dream. But yeah, it's just, I wish I had another creative outlet, but it is purely music, and it is purely the most complicated way I could do it. And it's my hell, but it's the best thing that I've ever done.
Yeah.
You know, again, you guys probably relate as far as stand-up comedy goes.
If you don't make it, it's your own damn fault.
Exactly.
Yeah, you just haven't been doing it long enough.
Everybody else is a liar.
Well, I don't know, dude. Anything cool ever happen at a notable highlight ever happened at a show? Like Will Smith showed up and started jamming out on guitar, and
not Will Smith.
maybe like a tiger got loose at the zoo and came up and roared into the mic right at the perfect time in a song, and you're like, oh, sample that.
Sample it. Clip it. And that's it. That's the one. That's the take.
Imagine a tiger breaks in and does that, and you're that. Just clip that. That's gonna sound dope later. Also, get the girl who's screaming, who's getting eaten.
Put that right before the drop. As far as a show, I mean, craziest thing that's ever happened. Nothing crazy's ever happened, but as far as like, I've got to open for. Do you know the band 10 Foot Pole? They're a famous punk band. Mm-hmm. Their lead singer, Dennis Jaggard, I got to open for him at an acoustic show one time, which was really rad. That was through Simple Records because they're all like buds and stuff. But yeah, so I got to open for him. And then I realized the other day, 10 Foot Pole's sticker is on Tom DeLonge's guitar from Blink-182. And I was like, no shit.
Sick.
Yeah, so I was like, I got to open for that guy.
Things, dude.
All of them. They add up to something. But... But yeah, so that was a pretty fun one. I do have a wild story though, about one time when I did go to Disneyland. This has nothing to do with music, but I just thought of this as far as like a good story to tell you guys right now. Yeah. I don't Google image shit ever when I go anywhere. So I went to like check and see if it's sketchy, anything like that. I just hear a lot of people do that. Like, what's that?
Is that just like absolutely not, or you just forget to?
I just forget to, and I'm just like, oh, let me just walk my big ass in there.
I refuse to spoil anything.
I do that.
I don't look at pictures at all.
I only read. But I didn't like do any research before this, but me and my fiance went to California, and then we were going to go to Disneyland, but we were like, okay, we're in California, you know, certain things are legal, so I'm going to go get some of that. Can I say that?
Yeah.
Okay. Then weed's legal in California. Sorry, I just get nervous.
Spoiler alert.
In case you haven't heard, weed's legal in California.
Whoa.
And we were like, okay, we're in California. We're going to have fun. Like, might as well go get some weed. And so we went, and I looked up dispensaries and found one. Again, didn't do any you should probably do that in California in most places, is like look outside of it and see if it's got a bunch of people hanging out or graffiti on it.
Sure.
And we went to it. When we got there, it looked fine. It was a boba shop underneath, and then the upstairs part was a dispensary, but we got pulled into the back by this woman who was like, oh, are you guys looking for the dispensary? I was like, yeah. Went up there. Halfway down the hallway, we realized that we were in a Korean church, and as we kept going, they pulled us into this side room, and then a guy took our IDs. We went back into this utility closet, and then it was just a little dispensary, like right next to a Korean church's sanctuary, like just a
great.
room off of it. And the woman was talking to me like we were at fucking Target. Like I was looking at shirts and she just had no issues. And then I walked out of a Korean church with weed and it blew my absolute fucking mind. But yeah, that's about the craziest story that's ever happened to me. And even that's not that crazy.
That's a cool story, though.
Yeah, it's a good one I like to keep in my pocket.
Yeah, that's fun.
Korean dispensary
Yeah.
in church.
Got to sell that za, man.
It's probably the only thing keeping people in church these days. You know?
At least the Korean ones. Like, I can't understand shit right now.
Dude. Korean
way I'll
people
go.
love their church.
Anyways.
Anyway, sorry to make it weird.
How was Disneyland on the trip?
Fucking dope.
Sick.
Oh yeah, I cried when I got into Star Wars Land because I'm a big old baby, and
Full of
it's
church weed
fucking exactly the holiest. And yeah, it was fucking dope as hell, and spent most of my time in Star Wars Land because that's the best. Again, and I don't want to leave anything. And yeah, I mean, that trip was like a whole, my fiance and I have a tradition of just like sneaking away, and we tell one person, and then we just disappear for like a week and then don't tell anybody where we're going. It's really, really relaxing and really nice.
It's fun to be wanted. It's fun to have people like
We
scared
just like
for
leave
you.
our kids at home and
like, bye.
It's fun to have people like concerned for me.
kids are like, how are we gonna eat? It's hilarious.
Oh, you need me? Oh,
Just put 127 hours on repeat on the TV, and then I'm like, learn.
They'll be all right.
You'll be good. Yeah.
people depend on me. But I'm at Disneyland.
I'm not telling you where I'm at. Distant lightsaber fighting. Oh man.
The toilet's clogged.
Yeah.
Shit. Like, we've been talking for like
An hour? Yeah. Should we?
You got any last little blurbs? Little something? Want to give us the final send off, dude?
Yeah, no, for sure on Spotify.
Oh yeah, no, for sure on Spotify. My name's Tucker. I go by Tuck. There's me. Don't murder people.